And it didn't crash. We're good. Alright, welcome to TougeSW, Series 3, Episode 19. One more episode until the end of this series, and we'll go on to number 4. Which means I get a whole new design, the background, and everything. We'll definitely change a few things, so... Welcome to Drift Talk. This is, this episode's called All Hearts Count. And we'll get to there. Date is 11/04/2025. So any of the news, past episodes, all that stuff is on the website, which is TougeSW.com, TougeSW or TougeSW. Normally I'm live every night from 7 till 8, and I record this every Thursday night from 10 p.m. ish. And if there's any time if you re-listen to this in the future and want to do some questions, Q&A, or anything like that with my car or any S12, because I've been there. It's been fun. So let's get started. Next slide. So welcome. I'm Wandering Raven, the host. If you haven't noticed, I'm kind of nasally right now, mainly, and I'll get to that too. So, but I drift, I hack, I play video games. Basically, I drift cars. I drift my 1987 200 SX, which is known as the S12 Silvia. It used to have the V6 in it. Now it has the CA18 DET, which is a 4-cylinder mini RV motor. I hack mainly because my job, or used to be my job, I'm more of IT, but I do apply a lot of my hacking skills and whatnot through my job, so that's fun. And if you tune in any other days, I play video games at night, so yeah, it's always a good time to come in and hang out and ask questions if you ever have them. I'm a cancer survivor since 2003, and I was born and raised here in Las Vegas, and I did live in Central Oregon for a year back in 2010. But TougeSW was birthed from the Touge Northwest failure of 2011. But Touge Northwest, also known as TNW, or also known as Oregon Drift, was, I think at one point they were also calling themselves Touge Central Oregon, so, or T-Core. But when I moved up to Oregon, up in 2010, it gave me a new purpose in life, awakened a new spark inside. Mainly because prior to that, 2009, I almost did something that would basically made me not be here anymore. So I'm glad I'm here. So we're here. We're doing this. I've found a new spark in my life. So, and it gave me purpose to drifting, the Touge stuff, and stuff like that. Technically living the initial D life. Next, if you want to know more about me or anything like that, or the whole story, just go to vegashackwear.com and you can actually go and get my book. Basically, this is the book. Even though this is bigger than it should be, I actually resized it on there, but basically, everything about my life is in here. Cancer, everything, journey, and all that stuff. So, yep. So let's get started. The hearts that make a small difference. Now, why do I say that? Because I did something. Here's what I did. Oh, start over. I made it blink. So cute. So cute. Look at that. I made it blink. I made it blink. And it's a heart. In case you're wondering what that is, it's this. Apparently this sold out now, but that's it. That's what I have. It's blinking. Ain't that awesome? Can't believe that was easy to tie into. Mainly because what happened was there was like holes already there because when I first bought the car, it had like some weird blinkers on the side. Here's the original, what it looked like before. Right there, there's like a hole that's been drilled through a long time ago. And I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to put in there or get new fenders. So yeah, that's what I got. And both sides. Really cool. But that is what I did there. I did it on this side too. Now there is a... So yeah, that's what I mean by all hearts that make the difference. It's really cool. Alright, so next part of the story. That's all I really done last weekend, mainly because I got bit up by mosquitoes. Really bad. So bad it kind of made me feeling sick. That's why I'm nasally right now. I've been fighting like an infection. Or not an infection, but I was trying to get that way. Trying to keep it from going that way. So, I've been dealing with a massive allergic attack, so that's why you see this. This is my leg, one of my legs. This is my legs, my arms, my back. Anywhere that actually showed a little, that they were able to slip in, and now I'm actually trying to fight them, get them away. Because I can't work in my car in the garage. I can't work in my car in the driveway. Because I get bitten up by these things. They hurt. And I don't feel good once that happens. So, that's the bugs. I'm highly allergic to mosquitoes, but yet they somehow love eating me recently, so I don't know. And, whoops, too far. And what do I mean by FD is returning to Vegas? Let's see, Formula Drift? Did they put? I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they did. Okay. Here it is. They're coming back to Vegas. They haven't been here since 2012. And long story short, I actually volunteered back in 2012. Back when Vegas Drift used to have a community. They no longer have a community. Or if they do, it's offline somewhere, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, they're coming back. We'll be in Connecticut too, and Indianapolis, and your normal places. You got Long Beach. They're going back twice. They got streets in the city, which is kind of cool. They're keeping it Speedway of Evergreen, Road Atlanta. But yeah, I get to cover that next year, which is going to be cool. At least I'll probably do it as bystander, unless I can actually get into one of these little niche-like freaking groups or something. Or get into this hidden community. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. I don't know. Vegas Drift is always... They had a community going. Then once the forum's just gone away and then the pandemic totally happened. I've never seen any events come from them. I've seen no announcements whatsoever inside their Facebook group, that I barely see anything anymore. And that's the only time I see anything is like if they post on Instagram. That's it. The whole community is gone. It feels like it's dead. And or if it's still alive, it's definitely not active to a point of letting people in and help grow the community, other than just go and show up and go drift. That's it. I kind of miss communities. I mean, it'd be awesome if they had like a Discord or something, or IRC. I wouldn't care if it's IRC at this point. IRC is for the non-tech nerds out there. It's called Internet Relay Chat. It's the old school of chatting. I came from an area that grew up around IRC, so. But yeah, they're coming back to Vegas. I'm excited. Can't wait. Wouldn't mind volunteering again, because what I did last time was I used to go. I was on the track, help cleaning up stuff that every time debris would happen, like somebody would lose a bumper, you go out and go grab it real quick and pull it to the side. And yeah, it was fun. Actually, hold on. I don't think I have an old blog about it, but we'll double check. So I know I also drifted that day because I also had Vegas Drift on the outside of it. So, 2012. Yeah, nope. It's just my old stickers. Alright. Maybe it's Test and Tune? No. Dang, look at this. This is how old the car is. Oh, dude, it still had the blinker on. No way. Oh, yeah. That's the Test and Tune. Yeah, those were the old blinker days. Shitty fucking quality, wow. I gotta get a new helmet too, once I can actually get moving. No, it shouldn't be this one. Practice sesh? Yeah, that's not it either. There's my car way out there. Yeah, I miss these days, man. I really do. I'm trying my hardest to get back out there. Because look at this. Yeah, shredding tires, man. I miss those days. And I was getting so much better too. I wish I had my GoPro at this time. I don't think I did. I don't think I had that until like later on. Oh yeah, I get to learn something special. I'd up until this point, back in what 2013, 2012, I was doing my lug nuts wrong, and I learned a really good lesson on how to properly torque lug nuts. Yeah, this is when they actually got a hold of the track, and I got to actually drift on it. That was all fun times. Yeah. Good times. Did I remove the markers? No, they were still there. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Vegas Pro-Am. Good times. I miss these times, I'm telling you. I think they went out of business. I think a lot of these places. Look. Drivers 150. I think that was for the Vegas Pro-Am side. Yeah, we got the practice, beginner practice. I was mostly here. I did come over here a few times. But I'm mostly here because this was the funnest thing to do. I didn't have high horsepower at the time, so that would have been more this area. Cool. Come on. Yeah, I don't think I've taken any pictures with when I did the freaking Formula Drift one. Best of Vegas 2013. The worst time. This is the laugh right here. What I did was I plastic dipped my car orange. And I didn't do it right. And it became really furry and ugly and really bad because there was so much overspray. I just didn't care. I just wanted to test it out and see how it looked. Oh yeah, this is what I try to do. A panoramic, but not with that old phone. Over time, it was just starting to fade anyways. But yeah, that's like the funniest thing ever. Yeah, that came from my car. I ate the cone. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I got rid of it. I still have the markers. Wow. That's the old markers. They're like generic orange markers. I don't know why they would put that on there. I guess the last person who owned the car, it was an automatic, so before I made the manual swap, it was owned by somebody that just needed a car to get back and forth to work. And they didn't care about it. Yeah, but they didn't know how to drive either, so it was like their new car. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this All-Star Bash 13. Dude, I wanted to drive this so bad. I still do, actually. So it's on my bucket list if they ever open up All-Star Bash again. Because look at this, Just Drift All-Star Bash 13, Willow Springs Raceway. I'm glad I put the flyer up too. That's cool. I went there, kind of like camped out. Seen another S12 out there that was tearing up the track. He was freaking amazing with that shit. I think I still have that shirt. I just don't want to wear it anymore because I don't want to ruin it because it's like worn out. Just Drift though. I can't believe this is like over 10 years ago. 12 years ago. Dude, it just feels like I've just done this like last year. Time flies, I'm telling you. Dude, that was DNA Garage? No way. Yeah, this is definitely on one of my bucket lists that I always wanted to do. I remember that out there. PC Drift. Why does that sound familiar? Huh. Who was out here also? Huh. I'm like looking back at this and I'm like going, wow, a lot of people. Yeah, this person here actually moved to Texas. He's been in Vegas too. Yeah, Vegas Pro Am. He was actually rocking the RB20 and he was like holding strong with it. Tiva, Danny George, he just sold everything and disappeared. And he moved to Costa Rica, I think. I don't know. Good old Mustangs. People tires like crazy. Not my Z for sure. I didn't have a Z back in 2013. FC, V8 FC. Oh, is that whatchamacallit's freaking FC? Hurt. I think it's called Hurt. Dude, I've taken so many pictures and I'm glad I did. It's like reliving pretty much like that all over again. Mm-hmm. RV. It's like I'm like looking back at all this stuff. It's like some of these people are like either they went pro or they just gave up. Mm. Julian's S12. He actually took off the hatch because it actually shaved some weight. I mean, not wrong. That hatch is like over 100 pounds heavy, so. But I wouldn't have done that unless he was like really trying to do stuff. I forgot what he was doing. This is like back in the days where the S13s, S14s were plentiful. Is that an RB? I mean, was that a GT? Yeah, that's a GTR. Where? I did take that one. Definitely had some style. More like drift missile styles here. Fun stuff. Alright, let's get over with this already. Cool. Alright, moving on to the next. So what is next? So guess what I did? We're gonna go to my website. The website. This is it. This is by the past episode. But if you come here, go to projects. I'm the first project on there. I'm calling this project the Zombie Ritual. Because basically, now you see my current to-do list. I currently have a lot to do still. But look at this. I've done a lot so far. I really have done a lot. So, whoops. Yes. And if I can ever figure out how I can actually grow this as a community, I'll have other people's projects up there and have them able to log in and update their own projects and their own stories and have their own galleries. And it'll be really cool. That was the idea. Yeah, we've done a lot. So, well, look at this. We've got. I need to fix tune. I'm the only one in Vegas who actually knows partial nistune. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm still learning. Cluster, and if you get me behind it, since I'm learning everything about it, I'm technically going to end up being like the master of nistune when I'm done. Because that's how I am and that's how I work. Cluster, I'm currently hacking the old one right now with the RPM, external RPM gauge. Because I'm tired of messing around with trying to mismatch the custom setup at the moment. I've got so I'm trying to put everything else together real quick. I'm trying to fix the cosmetics. We've actually had the heart, so that's part of the cosmetic things. Still gonna check the fluids, make sure there's no leaks anywhere. Let's see what else we're doing. We've got power steering issue now because that exploded on me. Clean up the car from the dust and pollen again because that's also driving me nuts. And find and fix the exhaust leak, as you can definitely hear it when I start up. So that's pretty much the project update. And what's next? So that is it. This is the Q&A time. So if there's anybody in chat that would like to ask questions, this is a good time. If not, it's always available. Go to YouTube, ask questions there. If you want to see me cover anything on the S12, feel free to let me know. So in closing, this is it. This is what I do every Thursday night. This is one more episode until we go to series 4, which is I'm trying to keep this differently, categorize everything, and trying to give myself different themes per season. or series or whatever. I'm calling it series. So we've got that going. And that's closing. That's it. So have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'm actually doing a Vegas Hackware freaking podcast. This one's going to be about. I think I'm calling this one. I was going to call this one Going Behind the Hats and Becoming the Boogeyman. That's going to be a fun one. So let's see how far that goes. That'll be fun. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, and I catch you later. Hopefully I'll see you at the next podcast. Bye.